Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. It is the end of November. Yes, December is almost here, and December, I love that month of December. I love celebrating Christmas. It's just such a magical time. But November had a lot of releases. November had a lot of sales and sales and sales, and sales are still going on. So I have accumulated a lot of products. But in this video, I decided to not really speak about everything. I'm going to do a separate video where I'm going to be speed reviewing all the products that I've tried in the past couple of months. But this is going to be just the things that I've really enjoyed in November and that kind of stood out to me. Like always, I will also insert clips of me applying this makeup. And yeah, let's get started. I am going to start with primer. I have two that I have used almost every single time. First one is this Merit. This is the Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. And this is, separated, but you shake it and then it becomes this absolutely gorgeous serumy oil that isn't sticky. It gives a glow. It gives a lot of hydration. And I find that it works so well under any of my foundations. It's pretty much a no-brainer. And I've used it, I would swear, every single time I did my makeup, and I've barely gone through. I only use one pump, maybe two if I'm extra fancy, and I love it. I think it's wonderful. It's such a unique texture because it's not oily at all. It's almost like water. Yeah, it feels just like water, but it gives this beautiful glow and very moisturizing. But even if you're oily, you can wear this and use it. I think it's such a unique product that I don't have anything in my collection. I personally use it as a primer, and so I get the benefits of this product as a skincare and as a primer. So before I start anything, I will go with the Merit on. And then the other one is this one from Glowish by Huda Beauty. This surprised me. I didn't really expect to love it. Maybe it was so hyped up that everybody liked it that I'm like, I'm not gonna like that, but I love it. It's the Blur Jam Silicone-Free Smoothing Primer. And this is a smoothing primer, but it's also more moisturizing, and it's not silicone-y. Like, it feels moisturizing on the skin and cold and refreshing, but it does blur the pores and the whole area. It's almost like it puts a filter on my or under foundation. I mainly use it on my pore area and like the T-zone. I don't take it everywhere, but I really like it. I think it's cool. The texture is kind of unique and new and innovative, and the product, you need just a dot, and I think it's going to last me a long time. Honestly, I've been really impressed with Huda in general. I think she's been doing such an amazing job with her palettes, her new releases, her concealer is like my favorite. So yeah, this is my second primer, and I almost forgot. Where is it? Here it is. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This I've discovered this month and I love it. This makes me want to try more drugstore products because if they're this quality, I really think that I should share them with you. There's no reason that you have to pay luxury prices for everything. If there's a better version at the drugstore, don't get me wrong. I will always do luxury reviews. It's always going to be the main thing in my channel, but I do think from time to time where there's a product this good, it's really good to share that and compare things. This is in a glass bottle, and this, honestly, I like it more than my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I think it's less glowy in a way. It's right there. See how beautiful that looks. It has a little bit more coverage, and I can wear this as a foundation because that by itself, I can rub it in even more. And it's just going to be softer. I love this product. This all over the skin, and not even all over, just like this area, a little bit of the forehead, and then go in with a concealer. Oh, so beautiful. It's a great discovery. I have mine in the shade 3, light medium, and I'm gonna get a shade 4 and a shade 2. And yes, I did tan and my hands, I was out and about and I couldn't wash my hands in time, so yes. Okay, moving on to foundations. I have discovered this month, I think it was this month, the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. And I've heard about this for quite some time. I just never bit the bullet. I actually have mine in 2 different shades. The one I'm using is 6 Natural, and I think it's a little deep on me. I just kind of put too much on my hand and I just went with it, took it down my neck. But I usually combine it with 4.0 Fawn. So 6 Natural has the right undertone, but 4 is, it's calming down the depth. I love this formula. It is a matte, but it's a luminous. It really is, has a life to it. It is not dry whatsoever. Honestly, I wouldn't even call this a true matte foundation. I really think it has luminosity to it. It's not glowy, but it just has something special, and I think it is absolutely stunning. It lasts all day long. It gives you good coverage. You can build it up a little bit, it'll give you full coverage, and you can shear it out and get a medium coverage. I love this. I'm so glad I have it, mostly now in the winter. I feel like I want something that stays on all day if I rub things around it, and this does not come off. I wore this multiple times and it stayed put. Again, the color today is not the right shade. I feel like I look a little orange, but usually I mix these. Another discovery is this YSL New, and it is the Bare Look tint in the shade 6. The shade is just a little bit too light for me right now, otherwise I would have used it today, but in general, most of the time, it's a good shade for me. I love the texture of this. I love the way this applies. I use my fingers. It is so wonderful. It's a little bit creamy, see, it doesn't move, and it blends in really nice. It's kind of like a moisturizing cream, but it gives you decent coverage and it has such a good luminous finish. I think it is such a hidden gem. I don't hear anybody talk about it, and this I kind of purchased on a whim during the Sephora sale, and I've been loving it. It's that no makeup kind of day, but you do get good coverage. Like I would say you can do a medium coverage with this. I try to wear it more as a light, and I think it's so good. Absolutely gorgeous. Of course, House Labs I think will always be in a favorite each month. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I kind of went back a little bit with my Cle De Peau Radiant Fluid Natural. I love this foundation. I've been wearing it. Dirty because I've been wearing it so much, but I have 2 different colors with this. I know I'm so bougie. I have 040 and 020. It's because I love this foundation so much. I never paid full price for them though, so make sure you find a sale. Don't pay the full price, but gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm glad I pulled it back out because mostly now for winter, I think it's gonna works so well. It's so light on the skin. It's not glowy. It's not matte. It's just natural finish, and I think it is perfect. For concealer, I have been using my Huda Beauty concealer so much, but I have discovered the Kulfi concealer and I love it. It's a little light right now. It's Coco Crush, but it's good because it brightened up my foundation. I love this concealer. It's luminous and it's creamy. It's a little thicker in texture, but it blends in so well, and it gives good coverage. I love this concealer. I think almost anybody could pull this concealer off, and it's more on the affordable side. At Sephora, it's not 40 something. I think it's 26, and it makes my under eye look so healthy, so fresh. I love it. I just love it so much. And then another one that I've kind of been going back towards, it's still the Cle De Peau. This is the concealer. I have here 2 colors, 4 and 3, and I kind of mix and match, but I've been reaching for this more on the fast, no makeup makeup kind of day, just cover a little bit and it looks just like skin again. I think Cle De Peau does such a good job with concealers, foundation, just face stuff. And yeah, that's what I've been using this month. For powder, I have discovered the Givenchy Prisme Libre powder. This is in number 12 and it's their limited edition. And I fell in love. This is such a good powder. It's definitely brightening because you have the pink, peach, purple in here. And it works. It really does. It is not too brightening, but it does the job. It almost blurs everything. Not almost. It really blurs everything. And it makes my foundation last. And the concealer works really well. I love it. I put it all over my face sometimes, but you know, it's kind of made for under the eye brightness. The texture is quite silky and smooth, and when you feel it between your hands, it almost disappears into something, but it leaves a soft layer of velvet on your skin. So it's been definitely my go-to. It sits up here. And then another powder is this one right here. I kind of pulled it back out. It was tucked away, and I've kind of been using this a lot this month. I like it. The only thing is it gets hard pan, so from time to time I kind of have to go and like kind of rub it real hard or take a tape and take that off. But it has the luminosity. It's a very light kind of no powder. I think that's the name, right? Yeah. Powder No Powder foundation from Dior. This is in the shade 1N, and I've been using this a lot. Also the Gucci one. I think these two kind of came around the same time, so I've been using these two. I've pulled one out and I'm like, oh, let me take that Gucci. With the Gucci, I have an issue, just like with the other one, is that it hard pans. You see right there, it hard pans. I can work through that. I'll just take a tape and kind of rub it off, but that is just such a shame because the powder is really nice, and I think that's why I tucked it away, because it was just giving me hard pan, and I just don't have time for that. You know, I don't want to have to rub my powder, but I have been using these two as well, mostly to kind of set everywhere, not necessarily under my eyes. So yeah, I need to take the hard pan off of this one now. For bronzer, I've mainly used this one. This is the Tom Ford Shade Illuminate in 01 Intensity 1. And I've been reaching for this a lot, mainly for this, honestly, because it just works. It's fast. I don't have any new bronzer or highlighter that I can say I'm in love with. So I've just been reaching for this a lot. I love the color. I love the way it blends into the skin. I love the way it kind of bronzes up my skin without looking like a bronzer. I think it's always going to be my collection, my go-to. And yes, I use the highlighter as well because I love it. For blushes, I've actually kind of played quite a lot with blushes this month. I've just been reaching for blushes that I've had in my collection before, some newer ones, but I'll just share with you a couple that I really like. Let's start off with these two new ones from Radiene. This is L'Ami and Désir, and these are the new colors, and they're more kind of muted colors, more brownie and cool tone one, and one is just deeper. These are the two new shades, and I mean, I love these shades. These are definitely my favorite from their collection, and these are gorgeous. I mean, if you're looking for a good kind of liquid blush with a cool applicator, this is nice packaging. Check them out. They had 30% off during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. I don't know if they still have it, but I love these. They're so easy. Usually I reach for them when I don't even want to wear a bronzer. So if I put a skin tint, I take this, rub it with my fingers. I rub it and it gives me a beautiful color. And they're not glowy, but the texture makes it a little bit luminous and just natural. They just look so good, blend in so fast. So those are definitely a favorite this month. I've been reaching a lot for the Gucci Rosy Beige. It's kind of what I'm wearing today. This is in 05, and I have really used this blush. As you can see, it's quite dirty, but somehow in the fall, it works with everything. I really thought I would use the warm berry one, much more, but I still reach for this one. This is definitely my favorite in their collection. And shockingly, I really like the Rosy, the Silky Rose color as well. It pulls not as pink on me, which I like. So the Gucci blushes, I think, will always be a favorite. I don't ever see myself, I don't know, replacing them. I don't think there's other powder blush that I own in my collection that I love more than that one. Now the next one is this Laurent Mercier All That Sparkles, and when I bought it I was like kind of disappointed. I spent so much money on this and it's just a glittery glowy mess. It's actually not glittery, it's just glowy. Yeah, it's actually beautiful, but it definitely is like almost like a highlighter. But the way I wear it is as a blush topper. I love it. It gives quite a lot of pigment, but it also gives that glow where I don't feel the need to wear a highlighter. And this kind of replaces both. So sometimes if I just want a glowy cheek, I'll just go in with this one, and that's it. No highlighter, no other blush. I think it's really good. I've been using it a lot, and I kind of gave it a review when I first bought it a couple months ago, but I've just been reaching for this a lot as well as a topper. So anytime I put a blush, I reach for that one just for some glowiness. I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow, and there have been so many eyeshadows that I've tried this month, including the Lisa Eldridge. I have a whole playlist dedicated to that because I've done 4 different videos testing 5 eyeshadow palettes. And let me find my favorite. Here it is. This is my favorite from her whole collection. This is Myth, and I never expected this to be my favorite. I was really thinking maybe the Vega, the Cinnabar, Sorcerer is also beautiful. But there's just something unique about this. Whenever I wear these colors, I think they just work so well with my eyes, and I love it. I love the textures of this. I love this color right here. I even like the topper. The undertones are perfect. The color shows up, but it's not too much. I think it is fabulous. A great release. This one, not all of them. I don't love all of them, but that one and the Vega. I will say I do enjoy the Vega a lot. I think I'm going to mix and match a couple of things in these palettes, but I do like this one a lot as well. This is second, but Myth is gonna sit right here, and you guys are gonna see a lot of purple on my eyes. There have been other releases like the Dior khaki colors, the Tom Ford quads, but I haven't reached for those. But the one I've reached for a lot is this Makeup by Mario one. This is the Ethereal Eyes. And you guys can guess why I reach for this, because it's boring. It's the same colors that I use all the time, and I love it. I love the toppers in this. I think they're enough, but not too much. You can make them look classy and elegant, and you can really amp up the look. I love the undertones. I love everything about this palette. I think this will be, I don't want to say my top favorite palette this year, but it will be up there because everything about this I love. Every undertone, the way the mattes blend in, they don't fade on me. I did read a couple comments, people saying that on them it kind of fluffed away. That did not happen to me. The pigment stays there all day long. It is such a long-lasting palette. I don't have oily eyelids, so that could be it. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite palette this month since I bought it. These toppers are just so smooth and shiny, but refined. I think he did an incredible job with this palette. And honestly, Makeup by Mario has some amazing products. I kind of want to do a full face of Makeup by Mario because I have discovered his lip products. They'll talk about it in a little bit. This eyeshadow is wonderful. The bronzers, just so many good things there. He doesn't have like foundation and concealer yet, but we're all waiting. Pretty much the only 2 mascaras I've worn this month are these 2, the Tower 28 mascara. And you know, this one I didn't love in the beginning, then I really loved it. And now it's like, I love it, but there's an issue with some clumpiness on the wand. It almost catches too much product when it comes out, and it gets a tiny bit clumpy. I still love it because I love a little clumpiness, but I'm questioning how long will this mascara last, because if it does that over and over again, it's gonna get to the point where it's not really usable. So be on the lookout for that. Like, if you really want this mascara, I think it's wonderful. It gives me volume, length, and I really like it. But I'm just curious to see how long it lasts me. And then the other one is the Hourglass Unlocked. I used to love this. I had it all the time, and now I bought it back after a year of not using it. I got it back and I love it. It's the only mascara I wear on my lower lashes because everything else smudges on me. I have discovered some good brushes and some good lip products this month. These brushes right here is what I have been using a lot. This is the new BK Beauty 111, and I use this for bronzer, cream bronzer, and I love this. It's like in between the other two that I have. Let me show you. Okay, so this is the BK Beauty 106. I used to use this a lot for cream bronzer, and then the 107. The problem with this one, it's almost too dense for something like the Tom Ford, right? But this one's a little bit too light. And this one is just perfect. It's like a good combination. I like the angle because it really gets in here, and I like the way it applies. I like that the bristles are a little bit more spread out, but they're still dense enough. And I think it's perfect. It's my new go-to. Again, this is 111. And then they came out with this one, 109. Stunning brush. It's kind of tilted. I mainly use it for my concealer, but another foundation brush that it was sent to me actually from Fenty. Yes, I got a package from Fenty, a PR. I mean, whenever I saw that, I was like, I made it in life. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. But they included this brush. This is the Fenty 110, and it's so good. It's like more of a unique shape. It comes to a point here, and it's very dense, but I loved it. It's dense, but it's very soft, and it's not too dense, right? So it works. It works so well. I use it for concealer. I use it for everything. Another really wonderful concealer. I'm sorry, guys. I did not clean these. It's this Rephr 36. Rephr came out with a new collection, and it is so good. I feel like Rephr needed these in their collection, and this one is my favorite. The 36 is a foundation or a concealer brush. I use it for a concealer, and it is perfect. Like, it gets right in there. It has a tilt. It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay, got those out of the way. Last section is lips, and I'm not going to include anything else like perfumes or jewelry or anything because I feel like I'm overwhelmed by all the products that I have. So I'm going to start with lip liners. I love the Makeup by Mario lip liners. Adore them. I love the texture. I love that they're not too smooth and slippery, but they're smooth enough where you can line your lips easily. It doesn't tug. It doesn't do anything. I have here two colors. One is Toasty, which actually I'm not wearing right now, but I did put a couple inserts. It's a deeper nude for me, slightly mauvey, and I think it is so good. It has some brown in it, so it really works with most of my lip glosses or lipsticks that I wear. And then I have a mini right here that is smoky pink, and I'm actually wearing this one today. So I swatched these right here. This is smoky pink, and this is Toasty, and you can see that smoky pink is more like that cool tone rosy color, pinky, and then the Toasty has more brown in undertone. But I've been wearing both of these. I think they're fabulous. Now Lisa Eldridge came out with a new lipstick and lip liner called Sorcery, and guys, this is such a good color. It's right there. Perfect. It is a perfect lip liner for me. It's not too deep because I'm always scared with her. They pull deep on me. It's a perfect, more browny, slight mauviness. She says that it's that 90s look, a lip look, and it really is. And the lipstick is also fabulous. I'll swatch it right now. So the Sorcery, yes, this is Sorcery. Sorcery is definitely a little bit more pinky mauvey than the lip liner, but I actually like that because it matches better. I don't like when they're exactly the same. I always feel the need to combine two different colors. But yeah, that is a beautiful lipstick. I was talking about Makeup by Mario before. I got distracted. But this is the lipstick that I have been wearing a lot. Also, Erin from Makeup by Mario. Oh, it's such a good color. Swatch it right under here, under the Lisa Eldridge. It is definitely a more cool tone pink. You can see it right here. It's much lighter. The texture is so good, guys. It's a matte, soft suede almost. Is that what it's called? Ultra suede. Yes, I didn't even know that. But that's the color, and I get a lot of compliments where I wear this. I think it's so good. It's a mini because I got it in the set with the lip liner. So this is a perfect set from Makeup by Mario if you want to kind of try his lip products. A subscriber actually recommended me this lipstick. It's a Very Victoria by Charlotte Tilbury. It's not new, but I picked it up like right after. She sent me some like swatches, and I was like, I need that, and I'll swatch it right here. That is it right there. And it's a beautiful nude, but it's not as pinky as Pillow Talk, which I do like Pillow Talk. But I want to say I like this one a little bit more. Now, the texture seems much creamier than the Pillow Talk. So I'm not sure if this truly is a matte, because to me it almost has a creaminess to it. I wouldn't consider this a matte formula. And I think this is a matte. Yes, it's the Matte Revolution lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a very creamy. To me, it doesn't look very matte on my lips. I don't mind that. I think it's beautiful. The Gucci lipsticks that I've picked up during the sale have been a massive hit in my collection. I have here Painted Veil, and then I also have Carol Beige, and I'm surprised how much I've used the Carol Beige shade because it just works with almost every lipstick that I have. If I want to brighten up my lip just a little bit or make it look a little bit more toned down or a little bit cooler, I go for this one, and I just dab a little bit in the center, and it is perfect. I think the formula is absolutely incredible. They are extremely expensive, probably not worth the money, but ooh, I love this. I want these in many other colors. And right now I'm wearing the Painted Veil with a little bit of Carol Beige in the center. And that's the look I have on my lips right now. I love the formula. It literally feels like nothing. I picked up this Tom Ford gloss. This is in 21 in the buff. And guys, this is such a good glossy, sparkly gloss. I got it from the cosmetic company store, and I paid a fraction of what it really is, but I think it's gorgeous. I'm gonna add just a little bit right here, and I find that it works with everything. Like, it just makes your lips look just juicier and bigger and a little sparklier. It's not a super thick, sticky formula, but it's not like oil almost. It really stays put, and it stays, the shine stays throughout the day quite well. Of course, if you're gonna eat and drink and like rub your lips, it's gonna go away. But if I just sit around or drive and, I don't know, do errands, it stays on better than I expected a lip gloss to stay on. The last thing I want to mention are these NARS tinted balms. These, I don't think they're new. I think they came out about a year ago, but I just discovered them, and I bought 4 different colors because I love them so much. I will swatch them all for you, because when I was looking online to figure out what color I wanted, I didn't really see good swatches. I'm going to start with Intimate, which is the lightest color. You can see that these are a sheer matte lip balm. It's exactly what it is. It's a lip balm, but oh, they're so comfortable and they're so gorgeous. They look great on their own. I actually like these better on their own rather than with the lip liner. The next one right here is Unrestricted, and this is more of a pinky color right there. It's so good. It really good, looks good like in the center of the lip. I just love these so much. Next one is Brief Encounter, and I've worn this one the most just because it has a little bit more pigment. but it's not too much. And these stayed on really well, and it's really easy to apply. And then the last one is the most intense color-wise, is Whiplash. That's it right there. So these are the colors that I have, and I don't regret having them all because they are absolutely fabulous. Also, NARS had a huge sale. I think regular people got 30% off, and I'm a pro makeup artist, so I got 40% off, and I think there was another 10% off that I could add. Anyway, well worth the money. I love them, and they're like every day in your makeup bag or in your purse. They live in my purse because they're easy. You can just add a little bit and you're done. I have a feeling like my sister's gonna take one of these because she's coming from Romania with 2 of her little kids. Another sister. I talked about another sister in the summer. This is another sister that is coming with her little kids for Christmas, and I feel like this would work for her. I think she would love those. And that is everything that I have for you guys today. November was such a bizarre month for me because I felt like it went by in a blink of an eye, but at the same time, there's so much happened in November, at least for me, that I didn't have a time to breathe, and so much makeup. Again, look out for that video. It's gonna come sometimes next week or in 2 weeks, of me like speed reviewing all the products that I have tried in the past couple of months, because I think that would be helpful because I try so many products. So anyway, leave me your thoughts down below, your favorite products in November, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.